So, Ja Rule ran into Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo on the plane. And it was as crazy as you can imagine it. And it led to this right here. Peep this real quick.
Suck ass Ja Rule on the plane. Trying to punch suck ass up. Sucker.
Federal regulations prohibit the use of cellular networks during flight, the use of Wi-Fi to make video or voice calls.
Niggas say Ja Rule.
SMD. Niggas say Ja Rule. Show your face table and carry on items.
This is his
Ensure all armrests are in the resting position.
Ja Rule seat.
It's the pillow Ja Rule threw out so fast.
This way he was sitting before we got him out of here.
So in the caption, Uncle Murda said Ja got off the plane, LOL, I took his seat. And of course y'all know 50 Cent was not far behind in regards to reacting to the situation. So 50 says he was by himself, so he had to make a scene so they could remove his scary ass nigga. LOL. Yayo says SMD. The gay stewardess said it's going down. LOL. You see Yayo in here laughing. Uncle Murda, everybody in this thing laughing, getting a good kick, boy. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Ja Rule did respond. He says this right here. I popped up on these punks by myself on the plane. LMAO, buzzy ass niggas. I threw the pillow at Yayo head cause you soft. Knocked your hat all off. It was hilarious. Then he says via TMZ, hi Ja, Jamie here from TMZ reaching out for comment regarding a Delta flight you were on Sunday morning. Witness tells us from SFO to JFK where Ja Rule got into an argument with Tony Yayo on the flight. Ja was the aggressor and yelling profanities, saying he wanted to fight, then throwing a pillow at Tony Yayo. Crew stepped in and pulled both guys off the plane for a bit. Yayo yelled back that planes are federal offenses territory and he did nothing wrong. My bad, so y'all see down there. So Ja Rule saying TMZ knows that I was the aggressor based on what they have going on. I was the aggressor. That's why I was taking off the flight. Yayo wasn't taking off the flight. He was copping pleas. That's what Ja Rule is painting with this picture. But 50 Cent kind of confirms that when he says he was by himself, so he had to make a scene so they could remove his scary ass. Now y'all know the old beef between Ja and 50 Cent, bro. It's been going on for the longest. But recently been having more conversations, especially after the Diddy documentary when Marlon Wayans and 50 Cent was going at it. Ja Rule stepped in too and he was threatening to sue 50 Cent, man. Peep this real quick. Ja Rule has been saying his piece about 50 Cent. Alright, let's see what he said. He said, you a rat, always have been, always be a rat, used car salesman, suit wearing, field goal nose having, Herman monster head ass nigga. Nigga always telling on somebody, old dry snitch ass nigga, shut your ass up. He continues to say this. Let's be real, that nigga don't give a about the victims. We all know why he did it. Herman's a cancer to the culture. If you care so much, then donate the profits to charities for domestic violence. This person says, I am on 50 Cent's side on this one. There are some animals that deserve to be snitched on out here. Some things can't be just swept under the rug. Ja Rule says, I'm not condoning Diddy's behavior. I'm showcasing Herman's character. So he says Herman's no different, allegedly. Then he posts this right here saying, 50 Cent, named Curtis, has been involved in at least one well-documented domestic violence incident. In June 2013, he was accused of kicking his ex-girlfriend and the mother of his son, model Daphne Joy, also known as Daphne Narvaez, in the stomach during an argument at her Los Angeles condominium, as well as destroying approximately $71,000 worth of her property, including furniture, a chandelier, and a television. The altercation reportedly stemmed from suspicions of infidelity. Los Angeles authorities charged him with one misdemeanor count of domestic violence and 4 counts of misdemeanor vandalism. Jackson pleaded not guilty initially, but later reached a plea deal in October 2013, pleading no contest to 1 count of vandalism. The domestic violence charge and 3 vandalism counts were dropped as part of the agreements. He was sentenced to 3 years of probation, 30 days of community service, 52 weeks of domestic violence counseling, a $7,100 restitution payment to Joy, $23.90 in fines, and a restraining order requiring him to stay away from her. So Jackson denied the domestic violence allegations at the time, through his attorney stating he had not been arrested and there was no warrant for his arrest. In 2024, amid his production of a Netflix docuseries on Sean Diddy Combs' legal issues. Joy publicly accused Jackson of raping and physically abusing her over the years, referencing the 2013 incident as a part of a pattern, though no new charges resulted from these claims. Once again, this is Ja Rule that's sharing this information. Let's keep this thing pushing. So he said it's cool when he do it. It's a problem when I do it. Gotta hear Herman an abuser too. This person says, thank you, Ja. He was also accused of tatted up Holly. He puts the looks right here. So he continues, says, let's not have selective outrage when it comes to domestic abuse. Thank you. He says another one, allegedly. People starving for attention also die from starvation. Rule person puts this right here. Ja Rule retweets it. It says 50 Cent's Long Island home burns down. The mother of 50 Cent's child accused the rapper of trying to burn them to death after a suspicious fire ripped through their Long Island home early today. She says he tried to kill me and his own child, says Shaniqua Tompkins, 31, who miraculously survived the suspicious 4 a.m. blaze, which leveled the $2.4 million mansion in Tony Dix Hills, where she lives with the rapper's 10-year-old son Marquise and 4 relatives. The blaze erupted after Tompkins and 50 Cent, whose real name is Curtis Jackson, got into a violent dispute Monday during a deposition in a $50 million lawsuit she is bringing against him. Who do I think did it? Curtis Jackson, Tompkins told the Post. He threatened me on Monday that he was going to have someone visit me. My kids are in the house. Who would try to kill your own kids? He's supposed to be all about being a gangster. That's not a gangster. That's a coward. The blaze was deemed suspicious by authorities in Dix Hills, though cops had no suspects. The rapper in Louisiana at the time of the fire filming a movie. So that's what 50 Cent was at the point in time of that. So in response to that, Ja Rule says not burn the house down with your kids inside, allegedly. So Ja Rule trying to, fan the flames. Pun intended. So he also tweets this saying, I think I'm gonna start doing docs. There's a lot to unpack here. So this talks about 50 Cent issues. My bad. This right here says 50 Cent issues public apology. Appreciate the super chat. Thank you, bro, and shout out to the chat for the support. Real man. Thank you, Body E, bro. Appreciate it a lot, man. All right, so and I'm glad I finally got the super chat to appear on the screen. I was struggling with that, man. I'm sorry. I'm a young unk. I ain't a young unk yet, but I'm FYN, former young nigga. So all right. So this right here says 50 Cent issues public apologies to ex-girlfriend after abuse accusations. And another headline: 50 Cent Long Island home burns down. So the Ja Rule is hinting towards doing his own documentary. He says, again, let's not be selective in our outrage for abusers. Someone says, you better quit before 50 Cent get on you next. Ja Rule says, please stop projecting your fears of another man on me. I don't give a f about Herman. He's a goofy to me. 50 then turned his attention towards Ja Rule, saying, in case you're wondering why these people are saying very, very nasty things about me, LOL, and posted this real quick.
So I opened the door, and the dude said, yo, I'm here for my cousin. I said, who your cousin? And he said, Ja Rule. I said, well, he busy right now. He said, he busy doing what? I said, he with Puff. They're in the room. They busy. They don't want to be bothered. He said, well, I'm going in there. I said, bro, you ain't going in there because he told me they don't want nobody to be bothered him. He tried to bum rush me. I grabbed it and threw him against the piano. When I threw him into the piano, Puff and Ja Rule runs out the room. Puff got his towel, Ja grabbing his towel, but they butt the naked. And so then Ja was like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Jay, that's my cousin. He know me well. And Puff was like, yo, Jay, what happened? I said, he tried to get in the room. I told him he couldn't get in the room. And he was like, Puff looked at Ja. He said, yo, Ja said, you ain't want to go in that room because there's a lot of freaking going on.
In our response to that, Ja Rule said, I thought Jughead was smarter than that. Posting a blatant lie to your millions of minions, slander and defamation dummy. Lawsuit on the way. So yeah, these two been going at it for the longest, and I don't think it's ever gonna stop. I don't think it's ever gonna stop, man. Especially when 50 50 Cent was really disrespectful after Irv Gotti passed away. It's some for life type. But hey though, y'all gotta let me know what you gotta say in the comment section below. Me, I'm going to get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.